Namaste, and welcome to this exploration of a small creature that plays a large role in the intricate tapestry of life. The squash beetle, scientifically known as Epilachna borealis, may not appear grand or formidable, yet its story is no less fascinating. Join me as we journey into the world of this intriguing insect, delving into its life cycle, diet, behavior, and remarkable adaptation to its environment. Our journey begins in the sun-drenched fields and gardens of North America, where the squash beetle is most commonly found. Here, amidst the sprawling vines and vibrant foliage of cucurbit plants, this unassuming creature establishes its domain. The squash beetle is particularly drawn to areas where squash, pumpkins, and melons thrive. The leaves of these plants provide both sustenance and shelter, creating an ideal habitat for this insect to thrive. Warmth is essential to the squash beetle's survival. The sun's rays bathe their chosen habitat, providing the energy these cold-blooded creatures need to function. Observe how they bask in the golden light, absorbing its warmth. As the sun moves across the sky, casting long shadows across the fields, the squash beetles become most active. It is during these warmer hours that they diligently seek out food and mates, their tiny bodies bustling with purpose. The squash beetle's preference for cucurbit plants is no accident. Over countless generations, this insect has evolved to thrive in this specific ecological niche. The life cycle of the squash beetle is a story of transformation, a journey from a tiny egg to a fully formed adult. Our story begins with the female squash beetle, who carefully selects a suitable location to lay her eggs. She chooses the underside of a leaf, a sheltered spot protected from the elements and hidden from predators. The eggs themselves are small, yellow-orange jewels, clustered together like precious stones. Within these tiny capsules, a transformation is already underway. After several days, the eggs hatch, and a new generation of squash beetles emerges. The larvae, small and grub-like, are driven by an insatiable hunger. Their first meal, the tender leaf upon which they were born. As the larvae grow, they molt, shedding their skin multiple times to accommodate their increasing size. Each molt brings them closer to adulthood, their bodies developing the features that will define them. Finally, the larvae reach their final instar, the last stage of their development before pupation. The squash beetle, as its name suggests, has a particular fondness for cucurbit plants. These plants, which include squash, pumpkins, and melons, are a primary source of nourishment for the beetle. The beetle's attraction to these plants is not just a matter of preference, but a crucial aspect of its survival and reproduction. The beetle's life cycle is closely intertwined with the availability of these plants, making them an essential part of its habitat. The beetle's diet consists primarily of the leaves, stems, and even the flowers of squash, pumpkins, and melons. These parts of the plant provide the necessary nutrients for the beetle to grow and reproduce. The beetle's feeding habits are quite methodical, often starting at the edges of the leaves and working their way inward, leaving behind a trail of damage. They are equipped with specialized mouthparts designed for chewing and scraping, allowing them to efficiently consume plant matter. These mouthparts are highly adapted to their diet, enabling them to break down the tough plant material and extract the nutrients they need. The beetle's mandibles are particularly strong, capable of cutting through the thick leaves and stems of their host plants. Observe the squash beetle as it feeds, its mandibles working tirelessly, carving away at the leaf's surface. This constant feeding can cause significant damage to the plant, reducing its ability to photosynthesize and grow. The beetle's feeding activity is most intense during the early morning and late afternoon when the plant's moisture content is highest. The beetle's feeding habits, while seemingly benign, can have a significant impact on the health of its host plant. Over time, the cumulative damage from a beetle infestation can weaken the plant, making it more susceptible to diseases and other pests. This can lead to a decrease in the plant's overall productivity and yield. Large infestations can lead to defoliation, weakening the plant and making it more susceptible to disease. In severe cases, the plant may not be able to recover, leading to a total loss of the crop. Farmers must be vigilant in monitoring their fields for signs of beetle activity and take appropriate measures to control their populations. Interestingly, the squash beetle derives most of its hydration from the plant material it consumes. This adaptation allows the beetle to thrive in environments where freestanding water sources may be scarce. The moisture content within the leaves and stems is sufficient to meet its needs, eliminating the need to seek out additional water sources. The moisture content within the leaves and stems is sufficient to meet its needs, eliminating the need to seek out freestanding water sources. This adaptation is particularly beneficial in arid regions where water is limited. By relying on the moisture within the plants, the beetle can maintain its hydration levels and continue its feeding activities without interruption. This adaptation is crucial for the beetle's survival, allowing it to thrive in environments where water may be scarce. The ability to extract moisture from its food source gives the beetle a significant advantage in dry conditions, enabling it to colonize areas that might otherwise be inhospitable. The squash beetle's specialized diet is a double-edged sword. While it provides the insect with the sustenance it needs to survive, it also makes the beetle a potential pest in agricultural settings. The damage caused by the beetle can lead to significant economic losses for farmers, particularly in regions where cucurbit crops are a major part of the agricultural industry. While it provides the insect with the sustenance it needs to survive, it also makes the beetle a potential pest in agricultural settings. Farmers must employ various strategies to manage beetle populations, including crop rotation, the use of insecticides, and the introduction of natural predators. By understanding the beetle's behavior and dietary needs, farmers can develop more effective methods to protect their crops and minimize damage. The squash beetle, though small and unassuming, exhibits a range of fascinating behaviors, each one intricately linked to its survival. These tiny creatures, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of nature, play a crucial role in their ecosystems. Observe the squash beetle as it moves about its domain, its antennae twitching constantly, gathering information about its surroundings. These movements are not random. They are a sophisticated method of environmental scanning. These sensitive appendages are vital for detecting food, potential mates, and approaching danger. The antennae are equipped with sensory receptors that can pick up chemical signals, making them essential for the beetle's daily activities. When threatened, the squash beetle employs a clever defense mechanism known as reflex bleeding. This is a survival tactic that has evolved over generations, allowing the beetle to ward off predators effectively. It releases a droplet of foul-tasting hemolymph, a blood-like fluid, from its leg joints, deterring predators with its unpleasant taste. This fluid contains chemicals that are distasteful and sometimes toxic to potential threats. This remarkable adaptation highlights the lengths to which creatures will go to ensure their survival. The beetle's ability to protect itself in such a manner is a testament to the intricate balance of nature. During the warmer months, the squash beetle is a flurry of activity. The increased temperature accelerates their metabolism, making them more active and visible. The males, driven by instinct, search tirelessly for females, their antennae twitching, hoping to catch a whiff of the pheromones that signal a receptive mate. This search is a critical part of their life cycle, ensuring the continuation of their species. Courtship in the squash beetle world is a delicate dance. The male must perform specific behaviors to attract the female, often involving intricate movements and displays. The male must approach cautiously, avoiding any aggressive displays that might frighten the female. This careful approach increases his chances of successful mating. Once mating is complete, the female will seek out suitable locations to lay her eggs, ensuring the continuation of her lineage. She meticulously selects spots that offer the best chances for her offspring's survival. And so, the cycle of life begins anew, driven by instinct and shaped by evolution. Each generation of squash beetles carries forward the legacy of survival, adaptation, and the relentless pursuit of life. The squash beetle's story is not one of a sudden arrival, but rather a tale of gradual adaptation and evolution. Over millions of years, this tiny insect has undergone numerous changes, each one a step towards its current form. The journey of the squash beetle is a fascinating example of how life on Earth is constantly evolving, adapting to new challenges and opportunities. Its lineage can be traced back millions of years, its ancestors evolving alongside the very plants that would become its sustenance, the cucurbits. These plants and insects have a shared history, each influencing the other's development in a complex dance of coevolution. This coevolutionary dance, a delicate interplay between plant and insect, shaped the destiny of both species. The plants developed defenses, and the beetles, in turn, evolved ways to overcome these defenses, leading to a continuous cycle of adaptation. Over countless generations, the squash beetle's ancestors underwent subtle transformations. These changes were not always visible to the naked eye, but were crucial for the beetle's survival and success. Their mouth parts adapted to better consume the leaves and stems of cucurbit plants, allowing them to feed more efficiently and gain the necessary nutrients for survival. Their digestive systems evolved to efficiently process this specialized diet, breaking down the tough plant material and extracting the essential nutrients needed for growth and reproduction. As cucurbit plants diversified and spread across the globe, so too did the squash beetle. This expansion allowed the beetle to explore new habitats and adapt to different environmental conditions. It followed its food source, adapting to new environments and facing new challenges, such as changes in climate, availability of food, and the presence of predators. Each generation was shaped by the relentless forces of natural selection, with only the most adaptable individuals surviving to pass on their genes to the next generation. The squash beetle's evolutionary journey is a testament to the power of adaptation, demonstrating how life can thrive in a variety of conditions and continue to evolve in response to new challenges. This process of evolution has resulted in the incredible diversity of life we see on Earth today, with each species uniquely adapted to its environment. This seemingly simple insect carries within it the legacy of millions of years of evolution, a story written in its genes and visible in its form and behavior. The squash beetle is a living testament to the interconnectedness of all life on our planet, reminding us that every species, no matter how small, plays a role in the intricate web of life. As we bid farewell to the squash beetle, let us remember the wonders we have witnessed. This small creature, often overlooked, has revealed to us the intricate beauty and complexity of the natural world. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. May it inspire you to look closer at the world around you and appreciate the wonders that often go unseen. Until next time, keep exploring.